Hey y'all, welcome to another video by Fabro Gobble Garage. And today's video we're going to be just doing some work on the Model A frame, trying to make it better and more comfortable, getting it prepared for the next steps. I already went ahead and, if you can tell, I widened the passenger side of the frame a couple inches or so. Sorry about the noise in the background. Just so that, for a couple of reasons. For one, if you look where the back tire and the frame meets, it's pretty close over on this side. It was a lot further away. I did that for one because when the Model A, when we make it, it's gonna kind of follow this frame, and I want it to be pretty close to that back tire. And for two, it's also just for people to fit in. Before, I was pretty much the only one that could fit in it, and like I said, I'm a pretty small guy as far as width wise. I'm tall, but I'm really skinny, so if you weren't super skinny, you really can't fit in it. So now it should be a lot better. All I did was I cut the tacks here and down there, and I put in this little spacer piece, which once we get everything all done, we'll weld it all the way up just like the rest of the frame. And then to bend this in, I just took a strap to the other side and bent it in and welded it in place. But yeah, so now what I want to do is I want to cut this out and see if I can start on the steering wheel. Now this, I made this the other day just from some rebar, and I just bent it slowly, and it's not 100% like circular, but it's pretty close enough. And I'm gonna make it look like a Model A steering wheel, so I'm just gonna take some flat bar and make like a cross, and probably get a fat washer right in the center, and then weld it to this piece here. Weld it to this piece, and then I lost a bolt, but I'll find another one that goes through. I may chop this down. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do, but for right now I'm gonna keep it at that length. But yeah, so just gonna do that today, and then see about anything else we can do and go from there pretty much. But yeah. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for today's video. As you saw, we put in this bar here, replacing that old uncomfortable metal piece, and we extended this out so it's a lot more room. We also cleaned up the inside a little bit. That bit and these bits here, I cut them all off so it look a little bit nicer. And also I did off camera is I took out the old bushing that was in here and just put a piece of metal pipe that fit actually perfectly in here. So now, because before what would happen when you would steer, the whole axle would move because since the way the steering works, it pushes that, but now it doesn't. And then I also trimmed this piece here. Looks a lot nicer. And I welded up the steering wheel. And like I said, I just got to get some flat bar and then a big washer for that to finish the steering and find a bolt that fits. I think I want to get some metal and cut out this piece here and put a nice straight piece so it looks better. But as far as the next steps, I think I want to try to figure out a seat. I'm probably going to end up bolting it to here and then just make maybe a bracket or something that goes off of there. And then once I have the seat, I want to probably try to figure out a floor pan so you're not hitting the drive shaft. And then once we get that, then I think I want to go ahead and try to get this motor running. I mentioned it before, but it just needs a carburetor and a timing chain. So we'll get those and do a video on that. And then once we get it running, before we finish it, we can do a test drive. And then once we got everything kind of finalized, we still need to do pedals and the body and a bunch of little things. We need to figure out the brakes, which I mentioned before. These are mechanical drums, so it shouldn't be too hard. I just got to either find or make new little levers because they're all kinds of messed up and this one doesn't have one. So then we'll run those and hook it up. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you have any comments or questions or want to know something, just leave a comment. And if you like the channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell and check out the other videos. And I will see you all in the next one.